So don't look at the camera. I just want you to just look at me. The camera's not even
I
here.
wasn't even looking at it. I was looking at the cord.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I'm already tangled. Hold on.
I'm trying not to look at it.
Why don't tell me? Start by just tell me your name.
Jocelyn,
All right. And where are you from?
Chicago.
And what led you over here?
Well, how it started was I lost a whole lot in the last 2 years. And I tried everything I could while I was out there. And I felt like I needed to be somewhere else. That I wasn't supposed to be there no more. So I just decided to get up and leave. Stop waiting for the right moment. Which I thought I needed, a certain amount of money to plan things out. I just kind of made enough money to get on a bus and get out of there. Yep. And now I'm here.
And do you have a home?
Do I have a home? I left the home. I had my own apartment, furnished. But it didn't feel like home. So now I don't have a home, but I'm kind of just going with the flow.
Why did you leave the home?
I left my home because I'm gonna get emotional. um, I'm going through a custody battle for my kids and a divorce. And my kids left home last year. So since they left, it didn't feel right anymore. And since I'm not able to get them back yet, I just felt like it was a perfect time for me to go and explore my options. And I'm trying to build something for them from the bottom up. That's why I left.
I see.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
I'm 34.
Oh.
No, my kids,
I mean, no, that's good.
I have 4 kids. My oldest turning 17. She just turned 17. My second just turned 16. My son is 10. No, my son is 12 and my youngest is 10.
And so you're going through a custody battle. I guess so. What led you to this facility right here?
We just got here a few days ago. Really, we just needed somewhere to shower. And that we came over here to check out, what resources and stuff they have. So that's what led us here. But I've been kind of sticking around to see I feel like, I don't know, just to see what's going on. I'm a very spiritual person, so I'm just kind of going with the flow and seeing where it leads me.
And I guess where are your kids right now?
My 2 oldest are with my mom, and my 2 youngest are with their dad.
I guess. Whoa.
Yeah. Not by choice, not by my choice, but I did everything I could while I was there. So I'm just now taking advantage of time.
Um, When did you start living like homeless, like this?
This is the first experience for me. Um, you calling me? Yeah, this is the first experience for me. We left Chicago we left Chicago in the beginning of August. And we were staying at hotels weekly and, just working jobs to make money and live through the hotels. So it's been a few months already. So this experience is new for me. I've lived in a shelter when I was young with my mom, but I haven't been like that since I was a kid. So this is really just brand new experience for me.
Well, you lived in a shelter with your mom?
I'm sorry?
You said you lived in a shelter with your mom?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
How?
She was a single mom. My dad wasn't around. My family wasn't really helping her. So me and my brother and I and my mom were staying at a shelter in Chicago. That's when we moved from there to New York City to stay with my uncle.
Is your mom still around?
She's with my two oldest kids. Yeah, she's still around.
How was your childhood like?
Rough. I've been through a lot of abuse, neglect. Yeah. Struggled with that my whole childhood until I was about 11. I was living with my mom still at 11, and then got moved around from family member to family member that also abused me. By the time I was 14, I was running off to try to have my own life. And I got pregnant young. I got pregnant at 16 and had my first child at 17. And my second child by 18, I was already a single parent going through abuse with their dad. So it was a cycle of abuse my whole life. It might be in the 1780s today. I get emotional when I talk about this. It's okay.
No, it's okay. Have you learned anything through this process of
Yeah,
through?
I did. Through that process, through the process of my childhood and what I'm going through now, I was able to go through counseling. I'm still going through counseling. Able to work on my relationship with the Lord and my spirit. I learned that my family is very dysfunctional, but this is things that they've all went through. This is the way that was their way of showing discipline and love. They didn't know how to show it right. That's all they were taught. So it's very hard for them to realize what they put me through. But I know that they didn't mean it. You know what I mean? I learned to forgive them and accept that they're not perfect. They still have a lot to learn and they might never learn. I learned the ways of parenting that I wasn't taught. I learned to appreciate a lot of things more. When you don't have anything, you learn to appreciate, showering, eating, having anything over your head, a roof over your head. Be more humble. I learned a lot from my mistakes, my own toxic behaviors. Learned a lot. Still learning.
Um, if there was anything you can go back in time and change, what would it be? Well, how about if there's anything you could have went back in time and told your past self at any age, what would it be?
I would have done things differently with my kids. I would have done things differently with my family. Um, I wouldn't have rushed. But at the same time, I don't regret, having them because they would save my life. And if I didn't have them, I wouldn't have them now, even though we're going through the situation. I just would be smarter about stuff. I would have got more help sooner. I would have took care of myself better. I would have learned to love me more. I put myself on the back burner a lot. Even with my kids, I always put them first and never made time for myself. And in the end, that's what hurt me the most because I just had so much, that I needed to work on so that I can be a better person and a better, for myself and for them. So I would change that. I would have took care of myself more.
If there was a child, a little girl that was let's say that was like living the same life or similar to what you're living in your childhood and even now, what would you tell her? Like any kind of advice?
Mm. I would tell her to choose herself. Self-love is important. I would tell her that that's mainly what I would say. It's the most important thing. It's hard. Get help and love yourself. It's not always easy getting help. It's not your fault. It doesn't make you less of a person or less important. And not to give up. Just because you messed up doesn't mean that you failed. Keep going. Never give up what you love.
What's the next step for you?
The next step, I am starting over, so I'm basically trying to save up enough money to get somewhere to stay. I cater Puerto Rican food in Chicago, so I'm planning on bringing that here. I wanted to get involved in volunteering and helping places like this. It's something that I always had a passion for, feeding people and kids. So I want to be a part of that. Um, Taking it day by faith,
You believe in God?
very much.
That's good.
Yeah.
Bluetooth.